Hannah with this week's health and nutrition news. Fast food chains like McDonald's are making their menus and ingredients healthier because health-conscious consumers are eating less junk food these days. Profits are getting colder than French fries after a long drive home for 60-year-old McDonald's, especially because of competition from hip places like Five Guys, Panera Bread, and Chipotle. Even Kraft, Nestle, and Frito-Lay are getting rid of artificial colors, while Dunkin' Donuts, Hershey, and Pepsi are tossing out chemicals with a bad reputation. Company spokespeople have literally said they're removing any weird-sounding ingredients, since they know the average consumer is unfamiliar with the periodic table and can't even pronounce most of the tongue-twisting ingredients. Some of the criminal ingredients on the most wanted list, or should I say least wanted list, are aspartame, genetically modified chemicals known as GMOs, and titanium dioxide. Disease-fighting antibiotics are also under fire, since they create ultra-resistant superbugs that may one day make easily treatable diseases like the flu incurable. So, beware, because it may be on the dollar menu, but the price is higher than you think. Actually, it's like $1.07 with tax, so. Speaking of unexpected consequences, young athletes are risking minor brain damage whenever they butt heads in football. Concussions are often experienced by contact sport players, making up about 5 to 10% of all sports injuries for kids and teens. That's pretty big, especially when you consider that there's around 3 million young football players in the USA. Last year, the White House even held a Safe Sports Concussion Summit, with over 200 professionals from the places like NFL and Defense Department putting their heads together, no pun intended, to come up with solutions. See, many concussions are often confused with mild headaches, so tough competitors often choose to play on, unaware of the damage. A very serious concussion can affect brain development for the rest of the player's life. So, make sure to wear a helmet and play it safe if you feel dizzy after a nasty tackle.
I'm sorry.
Oh, Dad.
What else is dangerous? A beard, apparently, because a recent study found that these lovable bunches of scruff can contain as much bacteria as poop. For those of you running to the nearest razor, put down the shaving cream and hear me out. See, kitchen cutting boards, cell phones, and computer keyboards also have more poop bacteria than toilet seats. The bacteria in question is known as fecal coliform bacteria and is usually found in the intestines of warm-blooded animals where we digest food. Surprisingly, a cutting board can have 200 times more fecal bacteria than your toilet. So it's a good idea to keep your body clean and make sure that facial Brillo pad gets a healthy dose of soap.
It doesn't matter if you have the beard on the outside, as long as you got the beard on the inside.
3D printers are revolutionizing the healthcare world, creating inexpensive human organs and medical devices.
Oh, why don't we just print another 3D printer?
Although most 3D printers use a special type of plastic as their form of ink, layering it on top of layers and layers to make an object, companies like BioBots have built printers that can use living cells. This bio-ink can be shaped into different body parts like ears, blood vessels, bones, skin, and bladders. Personally, I'd love to print a whole bunch of extra ears. Scientists have also created 3D printed pacemakers, devices that keep the heart beating with tiny electrical pulses, and 3D printed prosthetics, artificial limbs that replace lost ones. We live in the future. A future where people can print arms. They've even made custom casts to mend broken bones and 3D printed windpipes, saving babies who are born with breathing problems.